My name is Mai, but I go by Sketchbook Canopy on YouTube. So I finished this sketchbook around Christmas. So it's time for the sketchbook tour, I guess. This cover I painted with the acrylic gouache. It's just a simple stuff. And the first page. So I did some video about how I start a sketchbook, so you can see there too, but this is the letter that I wrote about my information. I just didn't want to write it in a page, so I just wrote a letter. And the cover, this is just a frog. I drew it from my imagination. This is watercolor. And around this time I was watching the movie Saw, the marathon. Like I started watching the first one and then I finished the seventh, or there was an even new one that I didn't know about. Next page, did some drawing with the ink. It's kind of like an anatomy study. I'm trying to draw whole body. I need to draw them, I think. Next page was I just drew some dog. Someone is checking his growth, I guess. And this is also watercolor, and the ink I used is Diamine register ink. So I try to draw some stuff that I want to buy when I next time visit Japan. I'm kind of like broke, so I don't have much money. So I'm trying to mindful about what I want to buy. I had a nightmare and it was so scary, so I just drew these while I remembered, and I kind of screamed, I think, in a real life while I was sleeping. It was that scary. It was like so scary. And this page, I started to do some figure drawing to work on my weakest spot. Currently, I think my weakest spot is I can't draw whole body with my imagination. So I think I need to learn at least how to draw whole body proportion right. So I decided to do some figure drawing because, there's so many references, photo on YouTube that you can use. So for example, this one was Juke Pub Stock YouTube channel, and it started with 30 seconds, then 1 minute, and 2 minutes, and 3 minutes. And to be honest, 30 seconds is too short to do figure drawing. It's more like a gesture drawing it's going to be. But I didn't know about that at that time, so I tried to kind of like do the figure drawing in 30 seconds, which is impossible. This is like the challenge I put myself on, and I tried to do figure drawing every day in 1 month. So we're going to quickly browse these pages. When I started this figure drawing practice, the short time, like 30 seconds, it was kind of like a noodleish people. 1 week doing this figure drawing practice, I started to stick with the pencils. That was the best, like a charcoal or pencil. More like a dry media was the best. I struggled so much with this short time figure drawing or gesture drawing session. So I think I watched something. It kind of started to change. And this 29th, clearly I watched something and I did something with this difference. After 15 days or half of the challenge, it started to be better. And December 7th, kind of like a run out of this YouTube channel, what's the name? Juke Pub Stock, and moved on to new Master Academy figure drawing sessions. And they have like 1 minute 3 pauses, 2 minutes 3 pauses, 3 minutes 3 pauses. It was significantly more that I had to draw, and the smaller I have to draw. Oh, I love this page, the December 8th. When I had to draw women, it was kind of difficult. Like it was more like a rounder, softer curve that I kind of struggle with. And the male models, I can use more straight and more strong lines. And I finished doing the figure drawing challenge on December 15th. It was quite fun. So this is why I finished this sketchbook so fast. I used half of the pages for figure drawing for every day, and plus I drew something else after that. So I reserved these first half of the pages, and this is how it looked like in the first day, and this is after 30 days. So I finished my 30 days figure drawing challenges, but next page it's going back to November, and some kind of memos about some kind of effects. And this I did it in a wrong page. It was November 20th figure drawing session, and this page I tried to experiment with pre-brominating from Sophie McBride. I first painted with the watercolor in different colors, and I wanted to, do more figure drawings. It's kind of like an extension to the study that I was trying to do, and I was kind of curious how it would look like. And this page is just like a thumbnail sketches of the photo that I took. And I was trying to draw with the fountain pen, but this sketchbook is not really great for fountain pen. Next page, I was still on the figure drawing whole body study mode. This is also me trying to draw some more whole bodies. And these frogs, I wanted to draw frogs on the cover page, and this is the rough sketches of the cover. Next page is just a watercolor piece, I guess, and ink. This is also Diamine register ink and watercolor, and reference photo was on Pinterest. The next page I drew some kind of weird page, how to make a gettable grow. I always get the car sick when I travel with car and buses. This is my always I have to carry this in case I need to throw up. And this page, I was kind of trying to do my design for the YouTube videos. You just scan it and animate it. Next page is also ink and watercolor piece, and this photo was from Pinterest, Kinari no JP. And this page I was experimenting this paper. I used pencil, markers, nail color, brush pens, and inks. And this paper is kind of weird. These inks usually bleed through to the other side, but it didn't in this page. So I feel like it's very thick paper, but also like a little bit water repellent effect. Color you put, it's not gonna be really smooth. It's kind of like interesting, at the same time stressful when you want to use wet media. This page I just drew some character from Bread Train, and this is also a doodle from the photo from Pinterest. This page, I guess I just drew some recipe and some pictures that I found I think I was in the mood to bake some scones. Next page, I was experimenting this paper with acrylic gouache, liquid text, and I quite liked drawing acrylic gouache with this paper. It's very sturdy. I guess this is just figure drawing with a water brush with ink in it. Feels like I was experimenting something because I clearly drew something over when it's still wet. And this drawing I did with the Micron. This is a green Micron pen that I really like. Next page, I was drawing Coraline, one of my favorite movie because it's stop motion. I really like stop motion movies. The Coraline, her whole body I did with the original style. And next to it, I tried to draw Coraline with my style, I guess. And this is just a map that I wanted to use for my Japan trip sketchbook zine. The next page, I was watching The Office again. I don't know how many times I watched The Office, the US version Office. So I drew Jim and Pam and Michael. I think this is some kind of experimentation with this sketchbook. They say like this sketchbook is good to draw dry media. I was trying a dry media like pencils, color pencils. I don't really use color pencils often. This is definitely really good piece for me. This is one of my favorite spread in this sketchbook. Next page, I was starting some bird and the bird wing mechanic or anatomy, I think. The next page is just the doodles, I guess. Doodles with stars I did with a reference photo, but without the star. It's from my imagination. Next page, the hand studies. And next page, the ink drawings. I want to be able to draw hands and arms really good. Next page is also a face with a hand, and I use this page to demonstrate how watercolor react on this paper. So I sketched with a pencil. I kind of like some of the sketches, so I decided to go in with the color pencils. Oh, by the way, this is the color pencils I have. I bought it when I was college student, which was like a few decades ago. The hair part is color pencil, but the face part is watercolor and nail color and color pencils. Next page is just a hand study again, and next page is quite exciting page. On this day I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So it was kind of like, wow, I hit 100. So I was quite excited. And I wanted to celebrate this moment by drawing. I like this Dwight very much. I like this drawing very much. Next page, just doodles or rough sketch with the hand, including hand. And this page, I was watching Broken Doll YouTube videos, so I was kind of practicing to draw a shape in any angles, I guess. Next page, I watched the Minecraft Championship Party 2, and I watched the Schizoman board and his team. And this is just the doodles with color pencils. In this page, I guess I went back to figure drawing again with the pre-brominating method. I was kind of curious how it would look like with colors. I don't know. Next page, I was trying to draw another office characters. This is Andy and Erin, and I tried to draw Andy with the fountain pen ink, but I really struggle drawing with the fountain pen. This paper repels some kind of wet stuff. First, I draw a line, but nothing on that paper, and I have to go over and over again. I really didn't enjoy drawing with fountain pen with this sketchbook, which kind of makes me sad. And next, I'm trying to draw some face in any angles and some memos. I'm still going back to the figure drawing. I really like doing figure drawing too. And next, this is Muji gel pen and color pencils. I think that reference photo is from Pinterest. And next page, I kind of regret not filling up this page, but I struggle somehow. Again, figure drawing. Oh, but I love this page though. Next page, ink drawing. I wanted to challenge myself to draw a whole body, but with something else. So it kind of turned out really good. By the way, this is not from my imagination. I used the reference photo. I'm not there yet. Next, again, figure drawing. I was practicing. This is just a practice drawing whole body with a reference photo. And last page was just before Christmas, the December 22nd. So I drew some gnome and a present and saying God Jul, which in Swedish Merry Christmas kind of stuff. And this is also the Diamine archival ink and watercolor. But this God Jul, this I did with a collage. This is like a craft paper. I use craft paper as my palette to put my paint on, so I can use it as collage later when it dries. And thank you for watching this sketchbook tour. I hope I inspired you somehow in some way, and maybe you should go watch other videos too.